Hey guys, it's Mary from the Regional Empowerment Center, Sexual Assault Nurse Examiner. I hope you're all doing well. Hey, today I want to talk about PTSD, post traumatic stress syndrome. Many of us suffer from PTSD because of an event, a traumatic event that happened in our life, whether it was seeing a loved one murdered, a car crash, a natural disaster, rape, sexual assault, anything that happened to us that was so traumatic that doesn't allow us to function fully to our potential. Okay, maybe there was a childhood trauma, neglect, poverty, sexual abuse, physical abuse, separation of parents, the divorce of the parents, um, the personal family history of it, and alcohol or drug abuse. And all those are things that can increase the traumatic event and make things worse because you're thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, which brings us to intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts is when you are thinking about it, and I like to describe it as a broken record because you think about it, and you can't turn your brain off to that, and you have the nightmares, and something will trigger it. You'll be walking down the street, and you'll see a certain colored car, or you walk into a store and you'll see a necklace, or you'll see lipstick color, or a certain shirt that's going to bring back the events of what had happened to you. So maybe you were wearing a certain shirt when you got into this huge car accident, or maybe you were wearing this lipstick when you were sexually assaulted or raped. So it can be anything that is affecting you. And when you have that kind of stuff, when you have a trigger like that, sometimes you'll have the physical stuff, like you'll have the headaches, you'll have sweating, you'll have shortness of breath, you'll have the increased heart rate, you'll feel anxious, you'll start crying, and that's when you stop, take a deep breath, balance yourself. I know it's difficult, but we've got to do that, okay? And then you pick up the phone, you call the physician. The physician could very well do behavioral cognitive therapy. We get into a group, we talk about what happened to us, put you on medications for the depression, the phobia, the anxiety, just to help get you through. They kind of help you get through what's going on, over the hump, and then depending, they may wean you off, or they may want to keep you on it. Reaching out to someone. Many of my rape victims, I would say, we need to reach out to the Rape Crisis Center, and I would actually call the Rape Crisis Center while my victim was there and have them come down and speak with the victim, because that helps right away, because you're hitting it right away. Okay, you're not waiting. So dealing with the Rape Crisis Center is awesome. They're amazing people, and they can help you get through it and help counsel you. And they do so many other things. But I would call them down to talk with the victim, especially if I was doing a rape kit, and to get them through that. And sometimes the victim would say, what, yeah, this happened, but I remember right before I went over there, I passed a house where my father was shot and killed. Or I passed a house when I was a kid and things happened to me in that house. And anything can trigger it. And it depends on you. It depends on what you're going through. It depends on what's going on up here, right? And every case is different. Every person is different. So someone might say, oh, I wouldn't even think about that. Okay, that's awesome. But you might be somebody different who has been through so much in your life that it's like, you know what, enough. That's when you pick up the phone and you get the help, because you really should. Don't stuff it down. And I would tell my victims, don't stuff it down. You reach out to the Rape Crisis Center, you reach out to me, you reach out to your physician, you reach out to a best friend who you can talk about and talk about. Don't stuff it down. Why? Because you stuff it down, what's going to happen? It's always there, right? In the back of your head. So you're going to go through drugs, you're going to go through alcohol. Some people become sexually inappropriate because of what happened to them. So the thing is, what we're going through, it doesn't matter what anybody else is going through, what we're going through, and then taking the appropriate steps to get where you need to be. So you have counseling, you have crisis intervention, debriefing right after what happened, which is basically what I would do with my victims. What happened? Tell me the details. Did they always remember all the details? No, but they can remember the song that was on. They can remember the TV channel and what was on the TV. Does that mean they're lying? No. The brain shuts down. A certain part of the brain shuts down, and it won't allow you to remember certain things. That's why I tell people to journal. So they'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, they'll be angry, and they'll be resentful, and they'll be crying, and they'll start writing down exactly how they feel. These are your feelings. You can write whatever you want, because this is what you're going through. And while I'm on this, no one can tell you how to feel. Only you can tell yourself how you're feeling, okay? Because you know what you're feeling. And you might not know why you're feeling that way, but you know you're feeling something. So don't let anybody tell you, you can't feel that way. So you have the nightmares, right? You have the intrusive thoughts where you're thinking about it, distressing memories of the event, the chronic anxiety, the chronic depression, the phobia, difficulty concentrating, right? Difficulty concentrating and short-term memory where you can't remember things like, before all that happened. And you have the irritability, the restlessness, the tearfulness, the explosive behavior. All of a sudden, someone will say something, you'll just blow up. And they'll look at you like, what's the matter? You know what's going on. And listen to you and what you need. You call the appropriate people, and we're here for you. And that's the point I want to stress, because people think, who have been through such a traumatic event, we think no one's there for us, no one really cares, they think we're whining. No, that's not true. Many of us do care and want to help you get onto a better life, if you will, so you can get past that hurdle and become productive and do what you want to do in your life, whether it's just be a great mom or a great wife or whatever, to get you to the point where you need to be. Okay, so the biggest thing I can tell you guys is reach out to your physician and tell him or her what's going on and go from there. And if you guys, if you have any questions, concerns, leave them on the website. If you need to talk to me, please let people know at the Renee Jones Empowerment Center, and I'll get back to you. So until we talk again, please take care of yourself and hang in there. Bye.